Good morning. How is everybody doing today? Happy Friday. Happy Friday to everybody. What up, what up? All right, you guys ready for some cookage? It's been an interesting week, hasn't it? I might get some feedback here. Let me see. Hang on one second. Let me mute this microphone. I think I got a loop. Hang on. All right, we should be good. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Welcome in. Nathan, how's it going? How's your trading going? Brian, how you doing? Candace, good to see you. Saw you pass another account there, Nathan. That's awesome. Congrats. Sweet. All right, let some more people come in here and we'll go through our very bearish markets. Yeah, absolutely, Nathan. Trying to get that payout. Same. It's a slow grind, that's for sure. It is a slow grind, especially when you make $13 on a trade because it comes back to break even, knocks you out. $13 is better than nothing. Trying to figure out. All right, let's see. We'll go through gold, but right now it's pretty flat, so it's not much to talk about just yet. It's very bearish. We'll go through it. Just letting some more people come in. I'm also trying to fix something in OBS. It's driving me absolutely crazy. Whoa. Almost broke everything. Look at that. Interesting thing happening on gold, but look at our entry. It's non-existent. trying to do. Oh, this thing's killing me. This chat box is killing me. Can't figure out how to get it. It's disabled on the OBS, and I can't figure out how to actually see chat. This is the best I can do, and it's terrible. But I don't want to see it on stream, so I don't know. All right, let's go through gold real quick and in Q. Currently, we're moving a little bit here. Pretty interesting level to the left, as you can see. But we'll go top down on top step. Let me know if the levels are okay, if you guys can hear me all right, and if the music's too loud. All right, so looking at what's going on, William? Driving home on the charts. Yeah, nothing like trading in traffic, man. Nothing like it. I'm just kidding. I used to do that a lot, and I was like, man, this is a bad idea. All right, so anyways. Looking at gold, it's been a weird week. Last week was a weird week. I feel like it was super difficult last week to trade gold. And then this week, same thing. I don't know about you guys. It seems like a lot of people are either hitting break even or just having a rough time catching a good setup, catching a good take profit. I know that's happened to me quite a lot, actually. But gold looks like it's maybe coming back down here, which sucks. You know, I mean, we had this nice little pullback. I thought it was over. But this garbage doji that finished last week. Look at the difference between trades this week. Actually, this is all. Never mind. This is all the trades. Anyways, you know, it came all the way back up here. Hey, what's going on, Puck? Welcome in. Glad to have you in. Appreciate you being here on a Friday. Hopefully everything's going good. But yeah, we've got this pullback now. So we had this wick here. We had it all the way up here, and it's coming all the way back down, which is like, come on. This is not ideal. You know, pick a direction and go that direction. But it seems like it's coming back down to close as another garbage doji, which last week sucked. And this week might be the same. All right, looking at the daily. Did come up, and now it's coming back down. Could be another pullback, temporary pullback, but we could also range here for a while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a high time frame resistance right here for the high. And for the low. Really? There we go. And I'll create one for the low. So we've got a bit of a range the gold could be stuck in. That's why I like to do this on the high time frames. So now I've got a box. I've got it boxed in. Now we know what gold is going to be doing for a while. All right. On the 4 hour, same thing. Moving sideways, but now it's moving down. 1 hour. Everything's bearish. So we're going to go with it's moving sideways on a high time frame, but it's bearish on the low time frames on the 15. So That's gold. What I'm looking for here, let me see what's on the left. It's pretty ugly to the left. Gold might not be the play today. It is Friday, and a lot of us has been having some trouble. It's been a little difficult this week, so I'm gonna be super cautious today. Yeah, super cautious today. Yeah, gold. But you know what? If it does move a lot, that's good because it'll form some new structure for us. So we definitely need some structure here to trade gold. These dojis are bad. It's not really a level. So I'm looking for a level to be held here. While it's doing that, I'm going to move over to NQ. We'll check MES real quick too. All right. NQ is also bearish, super bearish, but it's just trickling its way down. And I hate when NQ does this crap. It's hard to trade when it does this. Resistance, where are you at? There you are. Okay. Yeah, looking at the high time frame, super bearish. It's gonna probably be bearish on all time frames. Yeah, I wouldn't look at any kind of. The 30-minute and the hour are shrinking. I wouldn't look at anything but sells on NQ. It looks bearish all the way. So you might be able to catch a little rat scalp if you buy, but I wouldn't even consider buys for NQ, if even considering NQ. You know, some people are not even keen on that when you've got gold. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what we get. It might be a no trade morning in New York. Let's just watch it melt, I guess. As long as nobody blew any accounts this week, I think we'll all be all right. We'll all survive it, right? Hopefully nobody blew any fundeds. That's no good. Heading down to Titusville Monday. Nice. That's sweet. Oh, whole week. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, Titusville's close. That'd be good, Nathan. That's awesome. Are you flying or are you driving? Got it. Yeah. Sweet, sweet. Yeah, a little bit of a rough week here with gold, so we'll see. I don't know if we're gonna get anything. I'm not antsy. Honestly, if I finish this week without blowing it, then we're good. It's just been such a interesting week where literally, I don't know about you guys, but every trade that I've taken this week, it's good setup, goes up, comes up about 15, 20 ticks. I'm like, all right, let me have a little bit more than that. And then it just kind of stops and it doesn't go up or down. It just stays there for a while. So I'm like, all right, well, and then it starts slowly creeping back down. Like, all right, well, what am I going to do here? So I'm like, I don't know. And then I'll get like a pop. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm getting ready to take partials. So I'll go to take partials, or I'll set a level for partials, and I'll move my stop loss up to break even. But it'll pop, and then it shrinks back down and hits my my break even. So I've broke even on, I can't tell you how many trades this week, but I kicked into risk management, stop loss management when that happened, because pretty much if it hadn't happened, I would have went full stop loss. So every setup that I've taken has gone a little bit into profit and then full stop loss. So I'm glad that I moved to break even though that sucks, but it kept me from hitting that major stop loss. I only hit the major stop loss once, and it was a big enough stop loss that I was like, I need to be more cautious this week. And so the rest of the week I've been a lot more cautious. So basically break even on the week. It's okay. Yeah, you've been hitting BE well. Yeah, BE as well. Yeah, I've seen a couple others in the mentorship last night in Asia. I took that trade in Asia, and I didn't get much out of it. It just came back down and hit break even. I was like, come on. And the thing is it didn't give me enough time to really close partials. Even though I was getting ready to set it up, and like last night I got top ticked. Or I almost got top ticked on my partials. I set my partials to close at like 20 ticks, which is nothing on gold. And I set it there because it made a top wick and then it came back down. And I'm like, all right, I don't know if it's going to come back up again. So I hit this level. So I was like, all right, I'm going to put my I'm going to take my partials 1 or 2 ticks below the top tick of this green candle. And it never came back. It made a top wick and it never came back. So I ended up moving to break even to save it, basically. It's like, geez. And that was last night in Asia. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Sounds good, Brian. Yeah, let me do that real quick. Let me find it. Give me 1 sec. We'll go through it. Just having a bit of a melt here on gold. Now wouldn't be a bad idea for a quick entry if you want to do a quick scalp, but it is extremely ugly to the left. So I'm super cautious this week. But it just moved. 1 sec. It just moved 400 ticks. So if you're gonna take a scalp here, I wouldn't wait much longer. While you guys are doing that, I'll go over the Asia trade. Yep, this is it. So we're watching, and Shem was basically, we were going through it, and it's just been stepping itself up here for a while. And then we had this really nice hammer form. It was green, came all the way back down, formed that. And then we entered in right about here. Let me draw a line. Where are you? We entered here. Look at that. What a garbage trade. It's terrible. It's nothing. Oh, freaking crap. So, let's see how many ticks this was. It made a 29 tick wick. Gold, you're killing me, bro. You're killing me. You just moved like 150 ticks and then you make a 29 tick green candle with a wick and then comes back down and hits break even. Oh my god, it was just, I couldn't believe it. I think everybody after that was just like, ugh, done. So I think Shem actually, let's see, he actually stayed in the trade longer. He usually does, right? And he he waited for this thing to create this crazy bottom wick. It went all the way down here, and I guess I kind of maybe wasn't paying attention. I'm not sure where he ended up closing out, but it made this long bottom wick. But yeah, my take profit was literally right there, and it never hit it. Never hit it. And then I was like, I need to do capital preservation at this point. This is my funded account, and I can't be losing $500 right now. I need to try and preserve that. If a trade, this is how I kind of look at it. If a trade does not do what you got in for it to do, then you can start considering getting out of that trade, because there's a pretty good chance that it's gonna go wrong. You know. And in the case like this, where it's moved so much on green, and then it's like, all right, we're going to continue, there's a pullback coming, as you can see here, with all these crappy garbage red candles, especially that red doji right there, that massive red doji. We don't know this is coming, and then gold decides, all right, we're going to keep going. And you can see this here, all this green after that. So at that point, it's time to manage this loss and try and get out of this trade and possibly get a better entry. And if I had waited another hour and a half, I would have got a better entry. Well, maybe. I don't know. The wicks are kind of weird on these green candles, but it's all about capital preservation, stop loss, and risk management. Now gold's melting. I thought about taking this here, but I don't know, just being cautious. Not a bad play. I did call it out though. Let me grab something real quick. I'll be right back. Anybody take this? Anybody take this? It's moving now. Should have went light. Should have done like 2 contracts. Not you, Shibby. Yeah, no problem, Brian. Glad to go over it. Yeah, I feel like it was missable. It wasn't. It was more. It was more stressful and not worth my time. No wick, no entry. Sounds good, Brian. I like it. Yeah, yeah. You could have justified a rat scalp, a quick, maybe 1 micro, 2 micros in and out. But I don't know. That's a dangerous game that can burn you over the long run. We're looking for the best entries, trades, and because it's so damn bearish, it's like, you ever get that feeling? You're like, it's gonna drop. Just want to click the damn button because I feel like if I don't, I'm gonna miss out. And that's when that FOMO kicks in. It's like we got news at the next candle, possibly. Sorry for the flashbang. Check news real quick. Yeah. Not really. I mean, there's no red folder. I don't know why it's on the chart. PPI. That's weird. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Haven't got a stream all week. It's been crazy. So I'm glad I got to at least get in Friday. Work was crazy. What's going on? What's going on, William? The only thing we're killing is our accounts over here. And our dreams. No, I'm kidding. Interesting. Oh, that's cool. All right. 30 seconds here. Quick look at NQ. Same old story. Not much interest in NQ, and 3 bottom wick rejections could pop and go green. I don't know. See what gold does. 2 seconds. Would really like to see some good structure formed here. That would be nice. try and figure out something here. According to Bloomberg, investors are wary of further interest cuts for the U.S., hence the bearishness, according to them. Yeah, that's interesting, Brian. Yeah, for sure. Everything's crashing hard, William. Yeah. Yeah, doing well, though. Doing well. Maybe the markets are crashing, which, you know, on the stock side, it's been a little rough, too. Haven't really had ideal conditions over there. Not going to trade this market, Shibby? Yeah. For sells is extended and buys is risky. Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at a no trade day. And for me, you know, I'm just here, got the charts open, hanging out with you guys. If we see something, we see something, but there's a pretty high chance we're not going to get anything. And I'm all right with that. It's Friday. And if we finish the week like this, maybe Monday will be better. But that's okay, you know. All we can do is show up, watch the market for a while. And if it presents an opportunity, then great. If it doesn't, then what's the worst that happened? We spent a couple hours together hanging out, talking about trades and stuff. Yeah, I'm all right with that. Gives me a chance to troubleshoot this OBS issue that I'm having. I don't know. Yeah, everything just looks like crap today, doesn't it? I haven't really seen, like, sometimes I like to go back and look and see where I would have been able to get a setup. Right here's not bad. Not a bad setup right here. This was 2 o'clock yesterday. No, that's midnight. What is that? That's in the middle of the night. That's insane. That's like 2 hours before London. But even if you would have taken this trade, you would have only got 100 ticks isn't bad. But on NQ, that's not that much. That would have been not a bad setup there. Engulfed the previous candle. Didn't move too far away. You did have this level right here that it got past. And an entry right there. After this retest, this would have been a nice trade. I would have taken this one. For sure. I definitely would have taken this one. What else have we got? This one would have been rough. I wouldn't have got in though because of this level here. And then you have these. This has been happening about you guys. These, where you get this, all right, we got ourselves a nice setup here. It comes back down and then no top wick and it just melts. And then you have to wait another 4 to 5 candles before possibly seeing something again. So an hour to an hour, 15 minutes before you're seeing something again. Like this here wouldn't be too bad except for the fact that we have this giant bottom wick. And we have 2 wicks here. So we have these 3 rejections off of this level. So I can't trust this candle that it's going to not do that again as a red candle. What I like to do though is I like to go back while I'm waiting for a trade to set up. Is I like to go back and look for my setup throughout the day. Like where was there an opportunity? I look at the time. I kind of do evaluation of the trade and see like when and where that setup was. And it does two things. One, it allows me to, kind of see and pick out where the setups are because they're already done and they're in the past, so I can really identify them. But two, it gets my mindset used to this structure when we're looking at this crap right now. Like I'm looking for my structure. And so I'm like refreshing my brain and my mind into seeing what I'm waiting for. And that really helps. All right, let's look at gold. Yay. All right, let's see if I can find a setup in gold. Man, look at this crap. Such terrible. Yesterday in New York. This is yesterday in New York right here. Maybe I didn't miss out. Look. We're almost looking at the same thing right now on NQ. Where you have this red candle. Pushes back up and then turns red again and goes down with no wick. And then after that, see if this red candle would be right here. Nice. And this didn't have this long bottom wick. This would have been what we're looking for. This candle right here. But it's 2 candles too late and we can't take it. Nothing. Sure, you might be able to get a rat scalp. And then it looks like garbage. Here's one thing that I wanted to point out, though. Right, this is New York open over here. And it's garbage through lunchtime. I talk about this all the time. Choppy through lunchtime. This right here is lunchtime chop in New York. All of this. From about 10:30 to about 1 o'clock. Stay out of the market in New York time. This is crap. Then, after lunchtime, look what it did. It opened up again. The market gets volume again. So if you're watching New York, wait till after lunch. And about 1 to 2 hours during the lunchtime, you can get this choppy garbage, and then it will open up. Oops. Okay. But even then, still no setup. Nice volume, but no setup. Tried a little rat scalp around 2:15 yesterday, 2:15 in the market. It was like, I'm gonna get 5 ticks and get out, and it was not a good trade. So I basically got in and I was like, nah, I don't like this, and I got out. The price structure prior to that was garbage too. So this was a trade that I should not have taken, but I got out at break even, so it was all right. Garbage. More garbage. There's the Asia trade from last night. Which, looking at the size of the candles, Asia really didn't have any volume. And then it looks like still no setups really. Nothing like A+. And then you guys did London. Man, look how tiny these candles are in comparison. Not really that impressive through pre-London. Now it's pre-London. Not bad right here. This is a good setup. I don't know if anybody took this one here for a type 1 back down. I like this right here. Anybody get this one in London or pre-London? Here's another one that's not bad. The wicks are so tiny though. No top wick here. No real strong bottom wick here. This would have been nice if it had wicks on each end. My chat keeps disappearing, so I'm sorry I'm missing chat. Let's catch up on chat. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, after such a decline, it is difficult to interpret the signals indicating more short momentums. Yeah, the ATR, the average week in 3 hours. Yeah, FOMO tester for sure. Didn't trade New York. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, it just didn't seem like it was worth your time. And we might be looking at that again today. We'll see. Just looking through the shop, it's just garbage. It's just been terrible for our setups. Even like this, right? This would be a great test. I mean, a great setup if this garbage candle was not there, right? If we had that was not there. Can't even do an X. Why can't I draw an X? What is that? That's terrible. NQ is breaking. All right, I'll look at it in 1 minute. And then, you know, we could have really come up with something here, but it just, I don't know. Not good. Come on, get off the screen. Ah, interesting. Let's see how it looks over here. Definitely have a nice level. Good call, Will. Let's take a look at this one. 45 seconds. Clean range below. Nice. Let's look at this this for an NQ. I like this range below. So if it get under here and close, get past this level, this garbage, I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. All right. If we win on this one, you guys have to shout out Will. Calling it out. Let's see what it does. I'm going to try and take this on my top step as well. If I take it. We'll see. It's got to give me the rest of the structure. I'm going to get an order ready, but I'm not going to put it into place yet. How much do I want to do here? I'm going to be a little cautious today. Look at this. I placed it. You see how long that took to place? I hate that crap. I'm just getting it ready. It's not going to be in place yet because I really... That's a garbage retest. We'll give it a shot. Jump scare inbound. Hopefully we don't get cooked, but if we do, I'm gonna manage this stop. I'm gonna manage this loss as best I can. Created another bottom wick. I'm gonna move this down just a touch more in case it top ticks bottom ticks, whatever you want to call it. Would really like a double tap here, maybe form a little bit more of a retest would be good. We might get this too, where we get these couple candles, or I'll get a pullback. I really don't want something like this, but so far I'm liking this as a retest, but there's a chance because of these rejection wicks here that it just does not want to stay down here. It might come back up for a while, and that's fine. We'll see. We'll see what we get. It's moving a lot more than I like. Yeah. Has this not just been the story of the week? This right here has just been the way this week has been. Oh my goodness. Can't catch a good setup. If it flips red, I'm still interested. Because for it to come down to that level that is rejected several times, flip, break through it, and push, yeah, I'll take that. Depends on how big this green candle wick is. If it just leaves, then well, then we need to look at something else. It would be nice to get something. Finish the Friday a little bit green would be nice. Crickets in chat. Crickets in chat. Not looking good. Not looking good. Oh, NQY. I don't think so either, Will. Yeah. Now it's just forming garbage ass price structure. There, I said it. All right, well, I am canceling my orders and waiting for something better. Wait for a better entry. You suck, NQ. Gold's not doing much either. It's melting. As close as a hammer with close below support, maybe, yeah. Yeah, we're going to have to wait a little bit. We got New York Stock Exchange opening in just over 30 minutes. But at the moment, I just don't see nothing on either market. Almost feel like I need to wait hour and a half or so, let 3 or 4 more candles really create some structure, and then maybe look at taking something after that. I don't know. Yeah, this market, I don't know about you guys, but this market is just confusing as hell right now. Like, we're bearish on NQ and it's doing this. is really, really difficult to read the market right now. That it just seems to be very confusing with all the crap that's going on. You know, the government shutdown just ended. Like, I just feel like maybe it needs a week or two to just stable out. This happened when the elections happened. It was insane and chaotic. And, you went from 20 tick candles to 400 tick candles overnight, basically, in April. And it took a little bit for the market to kind of iron out its kinks and get it back into a rhythm. And I feel like we might be in these last 2 weeks have just been kind of this way. So I think we're seeing it on the charts. It's bearish, but it's moving bullish. It's just confusing. And gold's just dropping like crazy. I feel like gold is still raging. I don't know. It really makes me want to get off the charts, to be honest with you. And I know that's bad, but I don't normally feel that way. But my instinct is telling me that I can't trust the market right now to not get burned. Because when you go to take a trade, you're kind of anticipating or expecting it's going to follow this pattern. And those patterns just feel broken to me. I don't know if anybody else is feeling that way too, but it really makes me want to get out of the market for the rest of the week. Somebody in the Discord last night said something similar. I can't remember who it was. Said they wanted to get off the charts and just stay off the charts. Yeah, for sure, William. The only thing, Nathan, is it's extremely bearish. So yeah, this could be a pullback, but you'd be trading against the trend. Yeah, for sure, William. If you look, Nathan, it's just been, you might get something like this, which is basically pretty nice setup right here. Pretty nice setup. You'd have to get past this level. And when you're taking these type 2s against the trend, you have to take into consideration levels like this. It's a small level. It's not major, but it's still there. So you have to, if you're going to take an entry, it's got to be all the way up here, right? And you've already moved. This has moved in the green 428 ticks before you get in. That's a lot. And all you're going to get is maybe 75 ticks or less. I don't know. It's risky. It's really risky when you're trading against a trend. This is why I try to not take these. I have taken them. We might get one now, but I don't know. I just don't trust it as much. Just my opinion. Just my analysis. So, if you did take a type 2 here, okay, well, look, what do we have to consider? How about we have a level right here. We have another level right there. We have another level right there. So we're going against the trend. We're swimming against the current here. And let's say this one were to close similar to where it is right now. Right? And then it creates, wow, why is it so dark? Whatever. Hang on. Whatever. I hate the drawing tools in Project X. Fix your drawing tools. They suck. Anyways. Right? We possibly take a trade right here. That's not much room. Very, very not interested in that. And then, of course, where's your stop loss at, right? Your stop loss, if this one creates a bottom wick, maybe you have a stop loss there, but a safer stop loss is all the way down below here, which is almost a 200 tick stop loss. I don't know. No good for me. No good for me. Not at all. I don't want to fight against that. I want clean, nice setups that I can trust. I would like the probability to be in my favor when I take those trades, and I want to be able to be confident when I get in that trade. All week, I don't know about you guys, I get in a trade and I'm like, you just kind of like, you whinge a bit. That's an Australian word. It's just, you're just like struggling through this trade. The second you open it, you almost want out. And I felt that way all week. When in the past, you get in a trade and you're like, all right, cool, let's see what happens. Yep, I trust it. I got in. We're going to see how it goes. Let it breathe. All right, W trade. You know that feeling, that difference? I like to pay attention to that. Pay attention to the differences in that. And it will help you when you're taking your next trade. But even now, like, right, it's moving up now, it's shrinking back down. So I don't know. It's just the market's confusing as heck. So let's see what happens here at 9 o'clock, and then we'll make a decision from there if it's worth it. Gold is not really doing anything. Gold's basically flat right now. It's I'm watching it on Top Step. I'm watching it on my other screen, and it is flat. I'm not impressed. All right. What's up, Jack? How you doing, Kim Jong Jack? Gonna make some eggs. Sounds pretty fire. Sounds pretty good. We may be here when you get back. We may not. Guess what you missed, Jack? Absolutely nothing. It's been rough. Good to see you, though. How's your week going? How's your trading week going? Had the best position this morning on the top of this daily wick, and I got hit BE in 1 pip. We were talking about that earlier. It's just constant BE. It's been a come back to break even week. So I'm glad I'm not the only one. That's good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. So, but that's good. That's good that we're all trading the same. We're catching the same setups and we're trading the same system together. So that's good. Comprehend you'd be up 80K. Yeah, that's good, Jack, but that psychology could get you cooked. Yeah, try to be like Pez. Be very careful with that. Be very careful. We don't take this the wrong way, but we didn't see, how do I say this? Not that I don't trust Pez, I do, but I didn't see his trades. The transparency isn't there, and that's fine. It doesn't need to be. It's none of my business what he does with his accounts or how he trades. It's none of my business what he wins either. But if I didn't see it, I have a hard time with, like, I want to see it. I want to see the trade, or I want to see the calendar or something, and I haven't seen that. So I'm just kind of like, all right, well, that's it. That's information for me that I cannot use. So I kind of try to delete that. I don't know where he got in. I don't know when he did what he did. Not saying it didn't happen, and I'm not saying anything bad about him. I need a little bit more. I don't know about you guys. I need to see a little bit more. If I'm gonna be like, consider that or comprehend like what you said, Jack, about having 80K in the bank account. When I'm over here struggling to make 13 bucks. Not that I'm saying I'm a good trader by any means. I'm okay at best. I also know that that week it was you pretty much could throw a tennis ball at your keyboard, hit buy on gold, and win. Like, it was that easy to win on gold. When you have such a big buffer like him, you can just risk 3 to 5K. Yeah, you know what, that's really well said, Jack, because excuse me, you have the ability to he has the ability to risk more. Like, in his words, I could blow my next 80 trades before this account is gone. That's pretty awesome. So we only having 1,500 to 3,000, depending on the size of your account, for drawdown is not much. You don't have much room to make mistakes. You don't have much cushion. You know what, Nathan? I'm also a garbage trader that shows up every day. But we get better every single time we do. The markets don't get better. In fact, they get worse and they get more confusing. But we get better as traders. And gold's still moving down here. I'm just watching it on the other screen, but it's got no price structure. Nothing I can trust. And it's very, very choppy and wicky to the left. I'll tell you what, guys, I don't see nothing in the market here for quite a while. NQ looks like ass. I mean, it is moving down, but there's all these levels. Gold looks even worse. I'm going to trust my instincts here and stay out of the market. And I think just because I'm a trader and I get in the market and I do all this doesn't mean I have to trade. Not trading is just as important, and not trading, making that conscious decision and trusting your instinct and trusting your gut makes you a better trader. Yeah. So I'm going to stay out of the market for the rest of the day. So that's my decision. I'm going to stick to that, and then when I'm going to refresh and reset for the weekend, maybe go through some old journals, or maybe refresh some course content, something to get my mindset back into a price structure type of, setup, like in my head, because I've been watching garbage all week. I need some clean setups to refresh my memory. Show up and miss lots of trades, but lose some and go to sleep. Yeah, nothing wrong with that, Shibby. That's true. But yeah, I think I'm going to refresh my mind with good setups and what they should look like, and recognizing good price structure, and kind of like erasing all this garbage that I've been watching all week. So yeah, I'm going to call it there, guys. If you do watch off stream, just be careful today. It's better to go into the weekend neutral and then take something. Trust me, I've gone into the weekend in deep regret, and I know you guys probably have too, like doing a trade right now or today and just like losing your ass, and then like, I should have just walked away when I had that feeling of walking away. So I'm gonna show you guys just as accountability that I'm gonna lock out all day. Now I can't trade, and I'm gonna do it on my top step too. Locking out all day. Decisions made. I can't do anything about it now. I'm locked out. I can't even regret. I can't even go back on my decision. I made the decision. It's done. So, all right. Well, it might take me longer to get a payout, but that is the way it is. But I'm marked safe from shit gold today. Marked safe from NQ garbage. So, all right, guys. Well, I appreciate you being here. Rough week. I missed a couple of streams. Either way, thanks for hanging out. Nathan, William, Jack, Shibby. Always good to hang out with you guys. Even if we don't get a trade, I'm very down to just hang Brian, just hang out and puck, see what we can get. And the days that we do win, it's a good day. It's nice to win together. So, Candace, if you're still here, good to see all of you. Thank you so much for being here. And enjoy your eggs. And we'll and Oberon, thanks for being here too. Hopefully Pez is doing good. So, see you guys. Watch the Discord and see what happens. But Lewis, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Guys, like the stream if you don't mind. Appreciate that. Share it out if you got anybody who's New York trading and they don't have a stream. We'll help them out. So, awesome. Appreciate you guys. Have a good one. Have a good weekend. See you Monday for Asia and New York Monday. I'll be here for New York on Monday. Peace.